time zone. It's automatically in Irish time zone, so we'll just click forward there again. Alright. Straight forward. There we go. Okay, now which keyboard is most similar? We're going to take the suggested option, which is the Irish one. Now this is, again, I apologise for the really bad video. Unfortunately, I don't have any screen capturing stuff for so early on, but that's about the best I can do. But anyhow, at the very top there it asks you which is the best keyboard layout for you. Okay, so we're going to click forward. Basically what we did there is just wanted to know which keyboard to use, and we want to use an Irish one. Now it's just setting up the partitioner, which I'll go through with you in a moment. And essentially what we're dealing with here is the hard drive partitioner, and we want to know which how much space on the hard drive we want to be for Ubuntu and how much for everything else. Right. Now the top one over there, I actually have two hard drives, which is why if I zoom out you'll see two slices over there. Camera straight. Sorry, I'm holding it in my hand here. Alright. Okay, the one we want is we want to take the bottom one. There we go, that's our one. I'm going to move that all the way to the end over there. Okay. And we're actually going to select this one. We're going to erase and use the entire disk. Okay, now the top one over there, that's Windows. We don't want that. I personally want the next one. Okay, now to give you an idea, there you can select it over there. Alright. Now, I'm using the 250 gig for Windows. Okay. And it tells you over there, it has Ubuntu 10 on it, right? And it's going to be installed in Ubuntu 10. Okay, generally speaking, whoops. For yourself, if you only have one hard drive, you generally won't need to worry about that. Okay, but just be careful if you do have two hard drives or you want to partition it. So if we go back over there, forward, apologies. If that's to load up again. Generally speaking, be careful, because you can actually decide to use it. Swap it around a little bit. And actually almost specify it manually, but for the moment there's various options here. In this particular case I'm going to go for the second largest one. Apologies, I can't zoom in it much more without it getting blurry. Basically I've got two hard drives here and I'm taking the second largest hard drive. Although I've got two hard drives here and I'm taking the largest hard drive to install my operating system on, and I'm leaving the other one as a Windows one. Okay. Forward. Right, it's busy loading up. Oh, the scan was going nice. Getting messy. Right. Now here's standard registration name. Oh, not so much registration, just standard information. So just going to put in my name. And I'm well aware of the fact that I have a very Irish name, considering that I am actually South African. Right. Password. There we go. Don't mind the world knowing my name. Do mind the world knowing passwords to all my files. So bear with me a little bit. Alright. Now, the other thing I'm also going to show you is over there. Alright, you've got three options over there at the bottom, around the bottom of the screen, and basically what they mean is, do you want to log in automatically, do you want to require a password to log in, or do you want to require a password and to log in and decrypt the home folder? And I want mine to log in automatically because I'm the only person that actually uses this PC. So I'm just going to click forward, and if it doesn't like the password that you've entered, it'll ask you if you want to choose another one. Maybe it decides it's weak or whatever. I'm just going to click continue. about little side notices like that. Fairly self-explanatory. Okay. And this is the next notice that you're going to see up here. Okay. It's a very poor screen quality, I know. Zoom and see if we can zoom a little bit there for you. Right. Basically, it says select any accounts you would like to import. The documents and settings for these accounts will be available after the complete. So it basically asks if you want to import any settings, which I don't. So I'm going to click forward. I don't have any there to import anyway. Right. Okay, now it's ready to install. And it's just giving you a summary of everything, and I'll see if that's okay. And I'm going to click install because it is. Right. And now it's busy installing. You can see that horrible screen is going to change, and you can see it there busy installing. Alright. And it's just going to give you a breakdown of exactly what Ubuntu can do and all the rest. And we're going to be going through a lot of all that kind of stuff later, so it's going to take a while to install, and I will join you again as soon as it's finished. Okay, so installation is just finished, and that's just a quick notice saying I need to restart the machine. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to go and click restart now. Excuse me, and I'm just going to restart. Alright, and you can see it there busy doing its whole shutdown thing. Right, now this next bit is fairly important, alright? That's just a whole blurb saying it's going to shut down. Right, that notice at the bottom there is just saying take the CD out if you haven't already done so. So we're going to take it out, and then we're going to press enter. Alright, and the CD that we just took out was the Ubuntu installation CD. Right, and there it is busy booting up. There you go, little boot screen, and that's the BIOS system that I was talking about earlier. And at the bottom there we haven't changed tell it to boot start from the hard disk, so it's automatically going to start looking for a CD, and when I can't find one it'll revert straight to the hard drive. Alright, and if it doesn't, just go back into the BIOS like I showed you earlier and change it back to the hard drive. Okay, right, so here you got your Linux setups over there. Okay, now that happens to be my Windows one that I have on the old piece on the other hard drive, but that's what we want, the top one. And the next one down is a recovery mode, and the next one down is a memory test. I'm not too interested in that, we just want to boot up Linux as normal. So let's select the top option there. And there you got the boot screen. Just busy booting up at the moment, and it should boot up without any issues or problems. Doesn't? Ah, yes, yes it does. Okay, right there you can see the load screen over there. Looks all nice and flash. And here is Linux, or Ubuntu. Okay, it's just busy loading up. Now, it's going to take a while the first time around because it's just configuring everything and detecting everything. And right, so there we go, ready to go. Okay, so now you have the basics of your Linux setup. Problem is, it looks horrible. Alright, and what we're going to do in my next video is I'm actually going to go through it and I'm going to make it look pretty. I'm going to get to something called the cube and various other things, and I'm going to increase the functionality, and by the end of it, your friends and well, anyone else who looks at the computer should be pretty jealous, because it will be running a lot of things much more smoothly and also be doing a lot that neither Windows nor Mac can do.